That's cool. Yeah, just let her know what's up. Just let her know, pull up or call, whichever one. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Randy Anderson here with another episode of Word on the App podcast, man. I got my bro. I've told you guys about him, you know what I'm saying? The interview will be coming soon. My brother Kash Thomas, man.
What's going on, people?
Yeah, man. So today, man, on Word on the App, as you guys can see, and I'm pretty sure I've already announced this ahead of time, but this is the new studio. You know what I'm saying? It's in the process right now.
Under construction.
But this will be the new studio. This will be the headquarters for everything that you guys see on coming in the future.
I can't wait,
bruh. We about to be cooking. We about to be cooking up some joints for y'all, man. I'm so happy. You know what I'm saying? This is about to happen. But yeah, man. Let's go ahead and get into the show, man. So today we'll be talking about my man Charlamagne the God, man. Charlamagne the God. You know what I'm saying? I know he's questionable. He has all his other stuff, but Charlamagne the God and iHeartMedia. Shout out to Diddy and iHeartMedia.
Shout out.
Launched of all black. It's called the Black Effect Podcast Network. So they're launching their own network. And honestly, in this game that I'm in right now, that's beautiful to me. Because seeing Spotify eat up a bunch of different podcast networks and podcast providers, and Apple, you know what I'm saying, was literally the original in owning podcasts and stuff like that. Didn't know what they had until Spotify came along and just like devoured everything and became like
and it's
one.
Black owned now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's just like I'm not gonna say the first, but one of the that will most likely be the most prominent. Because iHeartMedia is owned by Revolt, and,
that is true.
And Revolt is pretty much owned by Diddy. So it's just like that's going to be something. That's going to be something for a bunch of black podcasters. You know what I'm saying?
Because see what births that, what comes after that.
Honestly, I can speculate that it's going to be you're going to see quite a few prominent black podcasters go to that, be home to that network.
I feel like people are really listening to what we got to say.
Yeah.
And now the more than ever, they want to hear what people got to say. Yeah. For real. I mean, more than anything, I think that's the main reason why this is such a big deal.
Yeah, man. And like, besides that too, and also, it's like, man, like, truthfully, who wants to really hear from like celebrities? I'll be honest with you, dog. I don't. Because I feel like a celebrity should like stay in the background. Because I was born where celebrities were quiet. You know what I'm saying? Social media was really non-existent and shit like that. So, like, don't get me wrong. Like, Instagram, Facebook, and all that stuff is cool for celebrities. But when a celebrity has a podcast, I'm just like, well, I should say a celebrity artist has a podcast. I'm just like,
the agenda's too.
Yeah,
I can see that.
And like, especially if you're like interviewing podcasts, like say Noriega. You know what I'm saying? No shots to Nori. I still have respect for you. I just disliked what you did a year ago.
What do you do?
So Taxstone, I'm just gonna say allegedly he said something about Taxstone that Taxstone never said.
Okay.
And Taxstone, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Taxstone is a podcaster who's in jail now who allegedly.
Dang, it's okay. People still shooting that. Okay.
Yeah. So it's just he said something that I didn't like because I fuck with Tax. I was rocking with Taxstone when Taxstone was a small podcaster. You know what I'm saying? And like he just blew up over. I'm not gonna say overnight, but damn near overnight. Right. Like he became. Everybody loved Taxstone. Taxstone was speaking for the streets. Okay. Taxstone was speaking from that gritty nigga perspective.
Right,
and I was just like, okay, I fuck with this. You know what I'm saying? Like his voice resonated with everybody. But then like Taxstone puts you on, like try to help put you on. And then you speaking bad on my nigga name, so I was just like, okay. That's how we playing this.
It's always something under the table. It sounds like something under the table.
Yeah.
What's going on?
But yeah, after that I was just like,
Okay.
But don't get me wrong, Nori has a dope podcast. Sure. Gilly the Kid has a dope podcast now. Also,
Gilly, oh snap, I forgot about that. Yes.
Gilly the Kid has a dope podcast. Him and his cousin Rollo. Shout out to Gilly and Rollo. Also, what is his name? Joe Budden. Well, Joe Budden. Besides Joe Budden technically is not a rapper anymore. You know what I'm saying? He's a podcast media guy. Yeah. What is his name? I can't think of dude's name.
Which one?
Fat Joe.
I'll
be honest, he got a podcast too.
Oh wow.
And
I like Mike Tyson's for real.
Mike Tyson's. I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed Mike Tyson's, and I actually enjoy T.I.'s.
Yeah.
Those two podcasts are T.I.'s interviewing skills are actually really good. I didn't think they was gonna be that good. You know what I'm saying? You think T.I. just use these big ass words.
He just hit the points.
Basically.
Just like, let's talk about it, and like gets it out in the open. I love it. He just let people talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For real, like, you want to talk about something? Let's talk about it. That's dope. I like it. It's how open he is. He's real open. And plus his tip, man.
Yeah, with the big words.
Right.
I do be appreciating that. But like, yeah, some artists I feel like shouldn't really have a platform like that. Like, I don't feel like you should be interviewing your coworkers technically. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna hit them with the hard interviewing questions. And it's just like, I understand y'all friends and y'all probably friends outside of this, but you want to lowball your friend. You know what I'm saying? You hit them with the little low balls where they knock it out the park. And it's just like, I mean, but is that really interviewing? Are you really an interviewer? I'm not gonna count you as an interviewer, but I respect you as a celebrity. In your past, you know what I'm saying?
What if they're really tight though, and they can really ask those questions and they answer them? I feel like that's cool.
If they do, I've never seen it, and like I would be cool with it.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
I feel like T.I. wouldn't choose people that would lie like around him. You know what I'm saying? Would be fake around him. Like, tell me what it is. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if these got good people around him, then like that's just fortunate.
Right.
So I mean, I don't know. I have to really think about that. That's a good perspective, though. I like that.
Yeah, man. But like seeing him open up his network, I'm pretty sure Joe Budden, you know what I'm saying? Because Joe Budden podcast, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Joe, Roy, and Maul. They had their little dealings with Spotify right now. So it's just like, I'm pretty sure that Joe will be coming out with his own network pretty soon as well. So that's just going to open up a bunch of different doors for a bunch of people like me who's been honestly in the game for a minute and has been trying to preach to people like, yo, I understand signing to a Spotify or signing to a bar stool or one of these other big places and stuff. Like, I understand that. Like, get that money now. Go ahead, answer that. But yeah, it's just like, man, I feel that what's the name?
What's up?
I seen that today because I think it came out today or yesterday. But I'm like, yo, this is dope. Like, I've never seen nothing like that. And then honestly, how everything is going with Joe Budden, like how I was telling him with Joe Budden and Spotify and stuff like that, that's where a bunch of people are going to start going to making their own networks. And that's what I've been honestly trying to push to a bunch of people is like, they're not going to give you your analytics. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you're bringing in. If you own your analytics, you'll be able to know who to sell to and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to know what your market price is and stuff like that. So it's just like,
that control.
Yeah. And like with something like that, you'll be able to bring a bunch of different shows to a sponsor. Like, yo, you'll be able to get your stuff sponsored on this show, and this show, and I own all of these shows. So this show brings X amount of people, that show brings X amount of people, and this show brings X amount of people. Right. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like with all that information, or all that data, you'll be able to set your price and be like, yo, you're getting 10,000 here, 45,000 here.
They don't want that.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's where all the money is, advertising.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
So it's just like, yeah, man, like little stuff like that, that goes a long way.
Okay.
So yeah, like with that, because like literally, the Three Pyramids Network is my YouTube page.
Right.
So like honestly, that's what I've been planning on doing this entire time.
Right.
It's building a whole network.
See.
So it's just like
you're on the right track. Confirmation. Yeah, I was looking at my analytics on my podcast. I use the Anchor app.
Shout out to Anchor.
Yeah, I was just looking at that too. So that's interesting. Like, they don't really show. Well, I think they do. Yeah, they show.
Yeah, they show you.
People, how many people listen to it?
That shows
how much money I made off of the sponsored ones.
That chair is too low, isn't it? Is it too low for you?
I'm good. I don't want to be seen.
Oh no, I'm just saying because if somebody was sitting there, we'll just test. It's a good test.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey.
Right. Oh, if you sit right there, you can see you. Though. That's cool.
Yeah, if I like scoot up.
Yeah, you should. Okay. That's sweet though. I love it.
But yeah, man. So this is where the future of podcasting is going, man.
Yeah.
And I'm hopefully I'm happy for it, and then I'm also, you know what I'm saying, I'm on the wall against it. So it's just like it's a 50-50 for me.
Because of Charlamagne, or?
No, not because of Charlamagne. Because it's about to bring more people. And like, don't get me wrong, like I love the competition, but everybody's gonna be in there for a quick buck, like they were in like the last 2 years ago. Like 2 years ago.
You think it's gonna be an in and out thing?
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be in and out thing. Because literally, 2 years ago, 2 years ago there was a couple different podcasters who jumped into the game, and they jumped into the game only for the money because they thought they was gonna be able to jump in, get a bunch of money from ad revenue, and they were gonna be good. They only lasted 3 months.
Well, did nobody like it or?
No, it wasn't that nobody liked it. They thought they was gonna be getting a bunch of like advertisement money,
and it didn't work out.
And they didn't get no advertisement money.
They just weren't
and they didn't stick with it, and they was just like, oh well, we don't care about this. And I'm just like, I could have told y'all that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to bring X amount of numbers to these people. Like, you have to bring these numbers to these people. They're not gonna come to you. Like that's what. Shout out to Anchor again, but Anchor will actually bring sponsors to you, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
based on the content I have.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
With sponsors.
Wow.
So yeah, it's just like that. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think Podbean does it too, but I'm not for sure too much. But yeah, Anchor does that. So like that's dope. And like the only thing with SoundCloud that I dislike is if I was to get people to put a bunch of different ads on my shows, I feel like that's disrupting my audience. That makes sense to you?
Yeah.
It's like, because if I'm like flooding them with like, if I got like 6-7 ads on the show,
like they don't trying to stay.
It's like, it's like
YouTube. It even gets annoying. Like when you're in the middle of something.
You don't even want to watch the video no more.
Sometimes, yeah. I'm always coming from the listener standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand like what 2 or 3 ads in the show. You know what I'm saying? Like beginning, middle, and end. You know what I'm saying? Like that's fine. Like I'll deal with that any day of the week. But like if I'm you know what I'm saying? It's just like that's forcing. That's forcing. Yeah, that's forcing on my audience's ears, and I don't want to force it.
That's true.
Yeah,
you care about the consumer, and that's rare. People
Sometimes
don't care about
much.
the consumer, man. People don't care. They don't care. They just want to get whatever they can get from you.
Yeah, basically.
Like, I get that. They think it's business, man. That's business now.
Yeah, so it's about to be this, and then it's about to be. I feel like this is gonna like lead over into the music game. I truly believe it's gonna bleed over to the music game because honestly, they're taking away bundles, the bundle deals for the music game and stuff like that now.
What do you mean bundles?
So what's their name? Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber and all them. Like when they would put out a new album, they would sell stuff on their like websites. And if you bought something from their website,
like merch deals,
deals, yeah. Okay. So they're gonna be cutting that away. That's no longer gonna happen now.
Wow.
And it actually happened not this week, last week with 6ix9ine and his Tattletales album.
Well, don't they fund their own merch now?
True.
Like most of the artists, they have to fund their own merch now.
But also, the companies still get a percentage. It's still 360s over here. Yeah. So it's just like
that sucks, man. That sucks. They can't wait to take advantage.
Oh, bro,
it's always the little guy versus everyone else. You know,
they get their money any way possible. But yeah, man. But like I was saying, man, I just feel like it's gonna bleed over into the rap game and then R&B and stuff like that, and it's gonna have an effect over there. I don't know how good of an effect, but it's gonna have an effect because streams are revenue technically.
But people are getting raped with the streams though.
Yeah,
like,
you getting screwed over.
2,000 streams, you're only getting like a little bit of money, and you got to split that money with whoever's popping.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, nah, that's not cool, man. We'll see how this works. I mean, who's the best? What Tidal? They give you the most.
I think Tidal does give the people
most.
who own the the most money.
Okay.
Yeah, because Spotify doesn't, YouTube doesn't.
It's just like, no.
Yeah, because YouTube be screwing people.
What you gonna do? You say YouTube does?
Yeah, YouTube be screwing people. I'm almost like I'll probably bleep out the name, but hey, they be screwing people. Because you gotta get 1,000 subscribers to even monetize your stuff, and then when you monetize, you gotta it's a whole bunch of new rules that's coming in October.
It's footwork though, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, it can be achieved.
Yeah, it can be achieved, but come on, dog, you gotta
monetize you until you get 1,000. It used to be
less than 500.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's 1,000 now.
Yep. And then you gotta have 1,000 watch hours and a bunch of stuff. And it's like I gotta read the new form that they got coming out in October.
Requirements for what though?
To be monetized.
Oh, that's trash.
Like ad revenue. Yeah, your
Patreon coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I mean, all right. Well, you know what, man? Just when you get it, just rate the game.
Yeah, I mean, basically.
Price, dog, you know
basically.
What I'm saying? Like, okay, y'all want to play?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Shout out to Patreon. I will be coming soon.
Yeah, I heard Patreon is what's up. I keep hearing Patreon's what's up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. For artists, that's a big thing.
You read my mind, especially for artists.
Yeah. All right, so I want to get you guys' questions. Get you guys' answers. So, what is you guys' hold on. Let me actually make sure I say it right. Is you guys' definition of a quality man? Because that's been going around the internet.
First, I want to hear this because this is gonna be fire here. You want to speak into the mic?
Speaking to the mic.
Yeah, I want to.
That's a nice microphone.
Yeah, you got.
Thank you.
There you go.
Ask me that question again, Mr. Randy.
All right. What is your definition of a quality man?
That depends on the woman. Are we basing it off of core values or what he provides?
Just give me yours.
My definition of a quality man. Wow. A man that's consistent.
Okay.
A man that honors his word.
Okay.
That lives by his word, and doesn't flip flop based on who he's around.
Mm-hmm.
A solid, grounded person.
Okay.
A man with integrity.
Okay.
It's all good stuff.
All good stuff.
All good stuff.
Yeah,
I've never heard these from anyone else.
Yeah. I mean, it matters because you're not around each other 24/7. So when you're with somebody, you want someone that still represents you in the best light as well. So if they're one way with you and then a totally different way somewhere else, it's like, which one do you believe? Which one's real?
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. So
that brings me back to consistency as well. And good qualities. A family man's always good. Someone that takes care of himself and takes care of his family.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah. Oh, but that's the fifth one in a row.
Family was the fifth one?
Nah, well, pretty much bunch of stuff that you said is what a bunch of other people have said and told me. So I'm just like, oh, all right.
So then I guess it would be for the women, but I'm asking you guys, why is it that people don't feel like good men exist then? If that's the good, that's their qualities, but there are men that do exist with these qualities.
Because, well, just my opinion, everybody, because we don't fit their criteria.
Okay.
Yeah. So everybody has their own like little niche and like what they like and stuff like that. And the dudes that have those qualities at a certain age don't fit the bad boy. You know what I'm saying? Don't fit the athletic height. You know what I'm saying? Build and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Criteria?
So that's a lot of the criteria that I mess with. I'm just being honest.
Based off what they look like.
So, what standards are we going off of then? Like, what examples are we? You know what I mean? Like, who is the embodiment of the man? You know what I mean? Like,
they say celebrities. I know that celebrities and athletes.
And they're just people too.
Unfortunately, we know that, but people don't know that.
Okay.
I mean, everybody think they perfect.
Yeah, Cash, what's your? Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm straight. What makes a what kind of man?
What makes a high quality?
High quality.
I can tell you now. I've had the conversation and
high quality, like people don't even know what's high quality for somebody else. Like
I was gonna say, I know what my definition of high quality is, but do I do I have all the high quality? I don't think I do. But I'm hard on myself.
I think most of the high quality of the man has to be mental. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because physically it don't really mean nothing for real. Yep. As long as you keep yourself up and you don't look like trash, and like I feel like you can come to grips with that at least. Right, yeah. But I mean, as far as like having high quality, it had to be all around the mental, like the things you think about, like what matters to you. You know what I mean? How you prioritize. It's all mental stuff. You know, your emotions is mental. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all the mind, man. How your mental is, how you, I guess perceive information.
I agree.
You know, if you don't want nobody that don't think. You know what I'm saying? Like
true.
A non-thinking man is a dangerous one. Mm-hmm. They probably gonna be in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like
that was a word.
You know what I'm saying? Like. You need to have a mental man for things to be of high quality at least, and most people are physical, like for That's sure. True. Like it's all about what you look like, what you got on, or like what you can do for someone. You know what I mean? The value's placed on the outside more than it is on the inside, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah. Cause I mean, we've seen the social studies they've had out there. Like we've seen it. It's very true.
Yeah.
Based off what you look like or what you have. What you
can give.
You know what I'm saying? You are judged on that.
That's been something that's been tossed out, especially a bunch this week. Is what a man should be providing for a female.
Mm-hmm. See, and I want to know a lot about that too.
Because we talking about money, that's one thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then we talking about mental stability. That's completely the other thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Then we talking about watching kids. You know what I'm saying? Like actually being there in your kid's life. That's a complete other thing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like
it's two different. Yeah. You got to be all the way around on point.
Yeah, and like sure. even if the dude is that. But if the female is not that, and the female is running the dude down, the dude will disappear, and he won't want to be in the kid's life. And honestly, that's what the generation before us. That's what happened. And I'm black, so yes, I'm talking about my people. Unfortunately,
man, it's the same sad song. But I mean, you see where people come from, like all those broken homes. All these good people that came from broken homes and changed it.
That's true.
Right.
Our generation has a beautiful advantage of actually taking the time to heal and actually looking at our wounds and our trauma of the past and our generational what's been passed down. Like we actually have the luxury of sitting with ourselves and
with this generation then?
Yes. Okay. And we do have the ability to sit, especially with this pandemic. There's no reason why we should be just a little bit changed.
Yeah.
Just a little bit different.
It's worse though.
We do. Yeah, it may seem that way.
Yeah, right.
It may seem that way.
For now.
Yeah. And it's a collective feeling too. There's a lot of things purging itself, but our parents were in straight survival mode. Our grandparents were in survival mode. They didn't have the time to process things. They were just living day by day, and that's why our generation and the generation after us will be powerful, because we have the tools now to surpass and level up from what we've been given, because we are learning from the mistakes that they made.
Yeah.
And now we get to pass on what's better. And, tying that back into the qualities of a man, I think the quality of a man is evolving because the man is healing.
Ooh. You just hit a whole nother chord. Like,
right,
I was like, oh shit, hold on. Wait, what? Yeah, you got a point. I mean, you got a point, because I don't know about y'all, but I ain't shit like, well, I'm not half shit like my pops was.
Exactly.
Right.
So it's just like,
that's the point.
Yeah.
To be better. And the black man is healing. So the black man can only get better.
But what?
Is it a choice?
Always.
So what makes niggas not choose to be better?
It's
our society, and honestly, it sounds like I'm fucking attacking black women, but I'm not. I'm just going off of the stuff that I've been around and I've seen.
I want to know.
Like, for real, like what we see now is the female always attacking the dude. A black man doesn't want a black woman now. That's what we see all the time. We see it on social media. We see it on World Star Hip Hop, Shade Room, all these other things. You know what I'm saying? Like, black men don't want black women. Black men always want to go outside their race. But
you know how many years you're doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's black love out there. They just ain't showing it.
They playing too much.
But then it's just like all that attacking is gonna make the black man wanna, you know what I'm saying? Oh, let me go see what's outside.
Yeah, that's the result.
Oh, well, she's not yelling at me 24/7, 365. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just giving, like I said, my viewpoints and the talking points that I've been receiving from my elders and people I know that date outside their race. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I understand them, because I grew up with nothing but women in the house, and they could be hell in high water. I love them. You love them to death, but boy, them mouths, they cut deep.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, it's just things like that.
And that's the result. It is.
What?
If they have back-to-back experiences with black women that aren't healthy, that could lead them to try other races.
See, and that's not fair to say, though. I think it's a bad excuse.
I'm just saying that's a result. Ooh. I didn't say it was okay.
No, you're right. It's a bad excuse. Like, okay, you're gonna keep. In the mic. Right, you're gonna complain about, everyone. Everyone's not the same, man. I would have been stopped messing with black women a long time ago. If I would have made that same move. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's like giving up. You really can't really play if you are yourself growing as a person. You know, people are not gonna just. Everyone's not the same, man. It's just not. You just can't really say, "Oh, I've had bad experiences back to back with one race," and like that's the reason. That's a horrible reason to want to do, something different. Life is gonna do the same thing. You'll keep getting knocked down trying to do something. Doesn't mean you try. You know what I'm saying?
You shouldn't
be doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it should work. I think that logic is trash to apply when dating. And I hear that a lot. That's the one I hear the most. Oh yeah, I've had all these bad experiences with black women, so I'm gonna date with these white girls. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's crazy. That's crazy, man. It's trash. And like vice versa. I'm like, I'm sick of these black men.
Oh yeah, black.
When you hear it though, you do hear it.
Oh,
you hear it a lot. We see it all the time.
I'm a black woman.
And you see it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah. So we're gonna go with the white man now. I'm like, okay, so.
And I'm like, go ahead, baby, go do what you gotta do. Get your. This.
They said get the coin. That's what I always hear. They said get your coin. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was going.
I hear that all the time.
That in you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get your 800 credit score. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do, baby. Okay. Comedian style.
That's the only reason, though. That's the only rebuttal I hear when people say, hey, this is the only reason I date white girls or black men or whatever. I'm like, you've had bad experiences over and over again, so that means you change it. You switch over, you try other races. Not saying that you shouldn't do that from the start. Do whatever you want to do.
You're saying the reason.
Yeah, the reason that's whack, man.
Yeah, if you want to date, but.
Give it a mic.
Oh yeah. If you want to date, I understand that. Like, no.
No, you.
What was I gonna say? No, I was gonna say. So you're saying just the reason for dating outside the race is. Yeah. Of course, if you want to date outside the race, go ahead, do your thing, because there's attractive people in every race, of course. But the reason you're saying is foul.
That's foul. No, but that's the only reason I hear.
So what about black men's relationship with their mothers and that affecting the race that they date?
That's another one too. I believe that. I mean, that's a factor. It's always the parents, though.
That is a factor. Yeah, it is because it is with the females and dads too.
Right.
But yeah, I do believe that actually takes a factor as well. But honestly, your environment takes the biggest factor.
Yes.
It could, especially if you don't expound your vision and go to other places and stuff like that to see what other people are like. Your vision is always going to be skewed, especially if you're younger.
Yes.
So it's just like you'll never be able to. You'll think all females are a certain way if you don't leave. You know what I'm saying, where you grew up from. You know what I'm saying. So yeah, that's something
very true. Yes.
But yeah, fathers, mothers. I think mama's boys and
mama's boys.
I mean, yeah. I was called a mama's boy.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm like, okay.
Do you feel like it applies?
Does it apply?
Do you feel like what makes a mama's boy?
See, that's the issue. I'm not talking about no rant.
I want to hear all the smoke. Yeah, I'm trying to hear this.
No rant, but
What's a mama's boy though?
That's the issue. We want men that love their mamas. Like, we don't want men that like use their mothers as a crutch and like lets their mothers make all their decisions for them, especially in their love lives. But how a man loves his mother can determine how he'll love you, and that's a fact. Yeah. I just don't understand the logic behind. There's so many ways that we diminish men and their character. And I guess it ties back to what you were saying about that bad boy. So, like, what does a bad boy treat his mother bad? You know what I mean? Like, I don't,
right. See,
I don't understand
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, like, what does it mean to be a mother's boy? I'm not sure. I'd like to hear that.
Honestly, shoot, I guess as quote unquote being a mama's boy, which I truly don't see. But you know what I'm saying, speaking to my mom every day, you know what I'm saying, got my mom's back, my mom got my back no matter what. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
it sounds like a healthy relationship.
Yeah, like I think it's a healthy relationship. You know what I'm saying?
That's your mom.
But unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, we know that everybody doesn't have good relationships with their parents and shit like that. So yeah, it's just like, and like we didn't come off I didn't jump off the porch. You know what I'm saying? Like super like affectionate with my mom and shit like that. Like that took time, and it took me being able to conversate. Because I knew she wasn't gonna be able to want to start that conversation, because it would hit a different accord for her. You know what I'm saying?
It make her feel some type of way.
Yeah. Okay. So I had to be the one to grow up and then be like, all right, boom, we gotta have this conversation. This conversation has to happen. And then our relationship just grew. It blossomed way more than what it would have if I never had that conversation with her. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like me being able to get to learn her past and all the stuff that she went through with my pops, and because I did an interview. I actually interviewed her earlier last year. Yeah, I interviewed her last year sometime. Went through the whole little backstory. Her backstory, had a kid. Found like she was telling me she was a DJ back in the day, and I was like, ironically, do you see how it I guess you would say carried down to me and doing what I'm doing now and and I just got to learn her not her whole backstory, but a lot of her backstory that is like actually important for people to understand her. So it's just like having those conversations opened up so much to her and opened up so much to me. It's just like, all right, cool. I already knew you, but now I know you even better.
Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't make you that don't make you no mama's boy to me.
To people it does.
I mean, like
people's spirits speak for themselves. People don't always speak from the conscious. People don't always speak from the conscious mind. Sometimes they're reacting to your spirit, and people's spirits are deprived of what they, what they're worthy of, but they didn't receive. So they may have called you a mama's boy to probably hurt your feelings, but really they just didn't get that, or probably will never have that experience with their mothers. So.
Wow. Actually. Okay. I always wanted to know. I never I never knew what a mama's boy was. What is that? You think that somebody's always under their mama asking them for money. I don't know.
They won't leave the basement.
Right, they won't leave the basement. You know what I'm saying? You 40 something, you know what I'm saying? You asking them to make you hot pockets and shit.
And I still know it can be bum ass niggas. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Man, that's a mama's boy. You depend on her for everything.
Or is that just sucky character, or is that mental illness?
I'm gonna say trash character.
I mean, you know what? Sometimes the mom won't let the son do.
And that's true too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They nurture that because they don't want to lose their baby.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you got that whole dynamic, man.
Yeah, we had shit. Me and Mom Dukes had that conversation too.
What?
Leaving. You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't want me to bounce, and literally I bounced. I left out the house at 22. Oh yeah, I left out of the crib at 22, 23 years old.
I'm gone.
Yeah, and that's when I moved down here, and I've been down here ever since. So it's just yeah.
It's a good move.
Yeah. It was a real good move. It was a real good move for me, and I just grown up, being able to see the world in a completely different light, and being able having to rely on myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not having
man.
Not having her as a crutch and be like, oh well, my mom Dukes got me, even though she says she's got me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, Mom, I got this.
But you got somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, you always got somebody. If you don't got nobody, then you are a mama's boy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what are you supposed to do when you ain't got nobody?
You build your own family.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Because DNA is just blood. Yeah. And you can truthfully make your own family at any time.
I said that on my podcast.
Yes, you did. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
Yeah, that's so true.
Like Rick Grimes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Rick Grimes, man. That's his family. That's real. Okay. Man, I don't see myself as no daddy's boy, and I'm I ain't even heard that before.
A daddy's boy?
I'm like, what is that, man?
I don't think. I've never heard that before.
I know people that lay up under that, depend on their father for everything. Though I know people who do that, but I don't know is there a name for that? A bomb?
Yeah. Besides that, yeah.
He's a bum, dude.
I was about to say something. It's about to get a little personal, and especially if they heard this. But nah. Yeah, man. I truthfully, I just believe. I believe in I believe in growth. You know what I'm saying? As long as you grow mentally, you should be good anywhere you go.
Yeah.
But seeing outside, being able to go outside your immediate area of living will open you up to so many different perspectives of life. And that's why I like to get other people's opinions on stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's lived a different life than I've lived.
Exactly. That's the best information. Somebody's already lived and they can convey it to you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's the best information.
Yeah.
For sure. From someone else's point of view, if they travel the world, that's the best information you're ever going to get.
Yep.
That's why old people back in the day was everything.
Yeah, that's true.
They had all the answers. We always knew, why does this old lady have all the answers? She's been through it already. Mm-hmm. She's been through it already. For something like it.
Yeah, because if you think about it, we would always when our parents would tell us something, you'd be like, oh yeah, you don't know what you're talking about, da 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 da, and then eventually, a year or two later, it'll click in your head oh whoa, you told me about that. Mm-hmm. And I didn't think you knew what you was talking about, but you knew what you was talking about. But truthfully, that doesn't happen anymore. You know what I'm saying? we don't get truthfully no game from the OGs anymore.
I swear.
And our, I guess, older family members. I mean, you might have you do have some. Don't get me wrong, but we don't really get that too much anymore. So yeah,
Big Mama.
Man, rest in peace, all the big mamas, man.
All the big mamas out there.
Because big mamas, they rarely exist.
They be setting shit straight right now.
Oh boy, they be.
Things wouldn't be what they were right now, man. What they are right now.
Families will stay the same, or families will stay together, I should say, and relationships will last longer.
Yes, if we had more big mamas around and grandpops.
Yeah.
Bro. The grill wouldn't be at such jeopardy.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody's air frying right now. Like everybody.
Yeah. Everybody either wants a air fryer or a gas grill.
Yeah.
Gas grills.
That air fryer we had.
Maybe we need a better experience.
I've never had rubber potatoes before.
Right. Rubber potatoes. Damn. Rubber potatoes. Yeah, it was horrible. That's horrible.
But yeah, what you got for me, man? I know you said you had something on the list that you wanted to talk about.
I don't know what else you got on the list, man. We can talk about whatever. I'm open, man. I'm open. You know,
you got something on the list?
25 years of PlayStation since the first one.
Yeah, I seen that.
That's dope.
Shout out to PlayStation. The Twitch will be coming back soon. Mixers, unfortunately, it died. So, Twitch.
Man, what should they redo the PSP?
That'd be hilarious. If they do the PS Portable again.
They're gonna snap too. I bet you. It's gonna be.
That'd be different. It'd be like the Switch.
Man, that's gonna be so cold. I want them to do it.
Okay, boom. So I was listening to this podcast earlier, and they were talking about showing affection to your male friends. You know what I'm saying? And how it's not gay, and how people like say it's gay, but it's not really gay. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I always do that to like my brothers and shit like that, and like the people I rock with. I'll be like, yo, just randomly, don't matter. It was like what, once or twice a month. Be like, yo, just checking in on you. Want to let you know I love you. You know what I'm saying? And I got people that be like, oh man, I appreciate that. Like, you don't know how much that means. Right. Or I got shout out to my one of my brothers, Monte. You know what I'm saying? He'd be like, well, you gay? And really? I'm just like, yeah. And I'm just like, bro, if something was to happen to me, like I would want you to know, like, you was always in my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I loved you as a brother. Da 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 da. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers just be like, oh no, dog, you can't just go up and give your dog a hug. What? Bro, like, if I show that's me showing affection. I don't have a kid. I don't have a son. You know what I'm saying? Right now,
right.
Like literally, because the dude was saying like his whole mind changed when he had a son. Like his son came up, kissed him on the lips, and like was giving him big hugs and stuff like that. He's like, after that, his whole mindset changed. He was like, yo, I want to make sure all my brothers, I'm rocking with them. I want to make sure I let them know I love them. Every time I see them, fuck a dap. You know what I'm saying? Give me a hug. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And like people still, it's up in the air where people's like, oh dog, that's gay. And I'm just like, I do this shit all the time, but I didn't never think it was gay.
Wow.
Like I don't know if it's people that's like not comfortable with their sexualities or shit like that is, but I'm just like, I'm comfortable with mine. Is there something y'all not telling me? You know what I'm saying? But what's your thoughts on that?
I'm trying to dissect it as you speak, man. I got an older brother. I mean, we don't like hug. Like he's like he portrays like this big brother type of role. Like, you know, he has to like give me nuggies and shit.
He little bros you.
Yeah, he does that shit, but like, you know, he doesn't have to. You know, I show him all kind of love, man. Like, I pop up on him. You know, he needs something, I got him. Usually, like, all the time.
Yeah.
I don't really know. He would say it's gay. He would. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would. My brother would say it's gay. For sure.
Hey, no, stop. That's gay.
Yeah. But like after a while, I feel like he'd own up to it and be like, oh, it's cool. Yeah. You know, because he's a jelly bean too. Hard exterior.
Yeah. Soft inside. Yeah.
He's a good guy, but like you gotta break down the walls to some of these guys, man, because they've always been called a bitch.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? When they showed emotion, so
That's definitely true.
You know, they kind of built like a wall, like a pseudo armor, for real. Like a lot of dudes are that way. And like you've seen Prince, and Michael Jackson, anybody that's like that plays with like the boundaries of band and shit, they call them gay. That's the first thing they say. You know what I'm saying? So
that's true. That is the first thing they
like,
call them.
Even you know, you just gotta eat it, man. If you believe it, whatever. But I feel like dudes be showing more love for real. Like nowadays more than ever. I remember how the '70s it was different.
Yeah,
I seen how they show love, and that was like real, like intimate. I thought that was fire. We need to bring that back.
That affection.
Yep. Yeah, man. It's just it's people get shot and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shit is kind of crazy. So I understand why people have such a hard exterior right now.
I mean, but even with a hard exterior, man, I just come to the viewpoint as, bro, we don't know when our time is. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, I could be gone at any moment. And it's just like, yo, I want to let the people that I know that have known me forever, like I actually care about y'all. I actually think about y'all on the weekly, on the monthly basis. Even if I hit y'all like once a month, you know what I'm saying, just to check in on y'all to make sure y'all cool. You know what I'm saying? Let's just let y'all know I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's just like little stuff like that. That goes a long way. I feel that goes a long way.
Yes.
Like, and I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So I make sure I give it.
I feel you.
I make sure I give it to make sure the people know.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, like yo, y'all here. Y'all in my head. You know what I'm saying? Like I think about y'all. So I just want to let y'all know that boom, boom, boom. If something go down, yo, you good in your city. You know what I'm saying? Because I got people in Kansas City. I do that too on a weekly. I got people in Chicago. I got people in California. When shit happens down there in all these different places, and I'm like, oh shit, let me go ahead and I got you on my phone. Let me text you if I'm at work, or let me call you if I'm at home. Like, yo, you good? Just checking in. You know what I'm saying? It's like little things like that. Like honestly, they make me feel better.
Right. I see that. Oh, sorry, I was speaking.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
And you see those posts on social media where they're like, nobody calls the strong friend, nobody calls and checks on me. I'ma do me solo. But then there's people in your life. Yeah, there's people in your life that do check on you, and then they're told that's gay or that it's not appreciated. I just find that very interesting. That the very things that we claim to be so well off from is exactly what we need, and then when we receive it, we reject it. Yeah,
I do agree with that. I do agree with that 110%. Because, I mean, as a half, I guess you would say, sensitive, it's just like I know when people are feeling bad. Like I literally, one of my brothers, any of my people could like put something on Facebook, and like I'll read it a certain way, and I'm like, oh shit, let me text them real quick.
It's a superpower.
And the motherfucker's like, how did you know?
Make sure they straight.
Yeah, like yo, you good? Just checking in. And they be like, call me real quick. And like we'll have a solid hour and a half conversation.
Exactly.
And I'm just like, yo, just let it go. You know what I'm saying? What you need. I'm saying I got you. Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for you. And like motherfuckers just be like, yo, how'd you know that? And I'm just like, yeah. And I'm just like, I'm like, bro, like honestly to me it's just like, I don't know. It's just I've known you, so I know how to read you, if that would make sense on social media. Like you don't put certain things on social media if it's, you know what I'm saying, if there's not nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like little things like that. I read and I'm just like,
I check in.
Yeah.
Exactly. Even if it didn't mean nothing.
Yeah.
She do that all the time.
A word?
Like I'll be like quoting.
I don't care. I don't play about that stuff.
I swear. I'll be quoting like a song lyric or something, or like a poem, or something I've seen, and she be like, "You alright?" I'm like,
I don't play. Just making sure. I'd rather make sure.
Yeah, be safe than sorry.
I'd rather know. I'd rather know.
But yeah, I mean, it's just things like that that I feel should be done more often in the world, and as the growing group of people that I want to see succeed in life. You know what I'm saying? I want to see their kids grow. I want to see them become old as shit. You know what I'm saying? So we can be on the back patio somewhere, drinking a beer and talking about the good old days. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
So yeah, it's just like little shit like that. Like That's what I want to see for all my peoples.
We're gonna get there. I mean, what did you say?
I'm still processing my thought. We had a conversation. We had a conversation the other day, and sometimes I ask Kash questions like back to back. He may not know, but I feel like he has a prophetic power. Like he can pull knowledge. Like he can pull answers. So sometimes I ask him things that I'm like sorting through, like with my feelings, and you know, with actions like checking on your friends, checking on your family. We were talking about why people medicate, why people drink, why people smoke, why people commit suicide. You know, it's a heavy world to live in. It's a hard, hard world to live in. And a lot of love isn't being how do you say the word? Distributed. Evenly or fairly. In my Zoom meeting, we were talking about wealth and how if you're accumulating that much wealth, it's supposed to be spread. It's supposed to be shared. You know, what are you doing with $15 billion? You're just going to keep that all to yourself? Wealth is supposed to be used in service for the people, and especially if there's plenty to go around. And I felt like it should be that way with love too. A lot of people are afraid to give it because of, you know, the ways that they've been hurt. But I think it's a superpower to see through that and still give it even if you don't get it. People self-medicate to numb themselves from what they're going through or numb themselves from the pain or feel like they don't have anybody. And I think it's important to establish connections while we're here in the best ways that we can. So.
Okay, so how generational curses and stuff like that, they're probably a whole different topic. But so how are we able to break the alcoholism and drug addictions and stuff like that in your thought process?
In my thought process, that takes divine intervention. I do believe in God. I am a full believer in God, and I don't feel like we're meant to do things by ourselves. I feel like there is a spiritual disconnect from each other and from our Creator, and we have been led to believe in this world and the material more than we believe in ourselves. We have to remind ourselves and surround ourselves with people that remind us of our power. And we aren't the past. Like, yes, that may run in our DNA. That may, you know, have been a curse, but there are generational blessings too. There are generational gifts that need to be unlocked and shared. So I think that we should shift. There's been a lot of focus on curses and not enough focus on our blessings and our gifts and our talents. And that's where we heal from. That's what we can use to transform the curses into blessings. There's a lot of gifts that are, you know, the past generations had to say no to or couldn't invest in or didn't have the money or whatever, but we can ask for those gifts to be lived through us. And I believe that's how we heal.
Okay. Like I said, that's a word. That was a word.
Thank you.
Because I'm just like, generational cures.
Yeah, there's generational blessings in our family too.
Now, you got me thinking, like, what is besides me and my brothers?
Yeah, I mean,
what are some of what? Yeah, that's gonna have me thinking for the rest. Yeah, probably the rest of the week. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I'm gonna be like, I can on my mindset, I believe. I guess me and my youngest brother's mindset. That might be the best thing I can think of.
You have a business mind. You have a powerful voice. You know that you believe in your voice clearly because you use it, you express it, right. And you know the power behind it. Yeah, those are gifts. And I mean, you are putting into use what may not have been able to before. And
That's
you
true.
may have inherited that from, it may have skipped, who knows?
Right.
We were just talking about how he is so much like his grandfather. It's ridiculous. It's like, just like his grandfather. It's like, you know, genetics are a trip. DNA is amazing. But yeah, I think that's how we heal.
Okay.
Focusing on our generational blessings just as much as our curses and transforming that.
This whole, what's the name, that's about to be snipped and made a snippet. I'm just gonna let y'all know that ahead of time, because that's prophetic, dog. You got me over here thinking like literally. They had to, that's probably the best thing. That's definitely the best thing. I think it was my mom. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Me and my youngest brother's mom.
What you got from who?
Truthfully, I don't even know. I know I can guarantee I got my actions and the way I act, I got that from my father.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and honestly, I think the way that how can I say this? The way that I live my life and the way that I focus on my projects and stuff like that, I think I got that from my mom, Dukes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like I seen growing up. I seen her working three different jobs, and like that work ethic, I think passed down to me and then my brothers. Mm-hmm. So it's just like I think I think I would say that definitely. So yeah, like my goofiness and the way I act and all that other stuff, that's my pops. You know what I'm saying? The way I speak and stuff like that, that's my pops. But everything else, I think, is my mom, Dukes.
Yeah, my mother is a singer. She's an artist. My brother is an artist. And my mother is a singer and an artist. She was originally left-handed, but they forced her to write with her right hand.
Oh, damn.
So she uses both. So left-handed.
So she's ambidextrous?
Mm-hmm.
She's cold.
Yep. And yeah, my mother is a singer and an artist. My brother is an artist and an athlete. My sister sings. Like, we all have like artistic gifts, and I believe that there's spiritual gifts in my family too, like dreams and healing, faith, and so on. So yeah, I've been making sure that I shift my focus from the negative. Okay, now that I know what's wrong, now I can focus on what's right and what I can do.
Like in your family?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up. Damn. I'm really about to be like, what are some other things that are positives for me?
You gotta think about my life, man. Like,
Man, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I always think about my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, truthfully. Like, my past lives and stuff like that. And it's just like the little things that turn into big things, and I'm just like, Because I guarantee, if I was anything like my pops.
A thinking man. See, you think, though.
He's a thinking man.
You're thinking, you see what I'm saying? Some people will be like, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just like your daddy, man. Like, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like, whatever. But, like, you don't know you just like your daddy. Your daddy always in and out of prison or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have a chance to change that shit. Mm-hmm. But you like, whatever. You know? People don't pay attention, man.
Yeah, because, shit. In my family, it's the alcoholism. It was alcoholism problems in my family. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just like, well, knowing that, I don't got to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to rely on the bottle. And then my brothers, I'm glad my brothers don't. Yeah, they honestly learned from me. They're like, oh, well, I mean, he's not going crazy. So I'm not going to go crazy drinking like that either. I'm glad for that.
The change.
Well, example, that's a. Well, no, I did. I believe I did set a great example, but I feel like I could have done completely better. But that's just me in my head. So it's just like, yeah, I feel like I could. I feel like I should be at a higher level than what I'm at.
What, as a guy?
As a man.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to know, like, what do you feel like you're missing?
Man, sorry. I hate hearing that. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
I hate
but like
that.
I feel like I should be. I mean, the house is cool and stuff like that, but I feel like I should be making more money. I feel like I should have been in a different place in life.
Why?
Why? Because honestly, I'll tell you, in the very beginning, when I started thinking about this, it was, I guess you would say, the beginning of high school. No. Like during like my senior year of high school, stuff like that, and like just seeing people on the internet like my age doing or making a shit ton of money, and I'm like, man, I could do the exact same thing. Why am I not doing this? And then being able to break through that. Around my 20s, but be able to break through that and then like regressing back into that, and it's just like, oh yeah, so I fucked up. I fucked up what, like 3-4 of my years in my early 20s.
You feel like that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I feel like I fucked up 3-4 good years of my 20s just doing not shit. Like not knowing myself, not wanting to like search in deep like I did when I was around 27, 28 and like my older years and stuff like that. So
But that's your testimony, is it not?
Because you can say, but I don't see. This is just me.
Yeah, of course.
And I know everybody is completely different. Everybody's mindset is probably doesn't even go as deep as mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh well, bro, you 29 years old. You got a house. You know what I'm saying? You got a cool little job, and I'm just like,
it's not to your satisfaction.
Yeah, it's not to my satisfaction. You know, it's like my aunties love me to death. They're like, yo, I'm so proud of you. You doing all these little bitty things. You doing, well, I call them little bitty things, but they call them major things. And I'm just like,
it's major to them because it's more than they've seen and more than they've done.
Yeah, and I'm just, and to me, it's just like, this is just the idea up here that I'm finally being able to, I finally had the means, and I'm finally just like, fuck it. I'm gonna shoot. So the clothing brand that has been in my head for a few years, the podcast that's been in my brain for a few years that I've been working on and stuff like that. And it's just like a bunch of other stuff, like a bunch of other, like I would call little things. Everybody else is just like, yo, these are amazing things. And I'm just like, It's just the, I don't know what I could call it. All I know is I'm hard on myself, and it is a hindrance to me. And so it's like me knowing that. No.
You said it.
Yeah, to me, like I know that, but that's not gonna stop me until I'm not gonna allow that to stop me until I'm able to be able to relax and just be like, I'm good.
So is there a level of success that you compare your life to? Or is there a standard that you just want for yourself?
There's a standard. I don't really compare myself to any of the people that I quote unquote look up to anymore, because it's just like, okay, I know what you guys had to do to get there, and I don't want to take you guys' path. I want to take my own path, because I'm my own man. You guys is completely different. You guys had completely different lives than me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I know what I'm capable of, and I know what it'll take for me to do that. Until I get to that level to where I can be like, boom, I'm making X amount of dollars a month. You know what I'm saying? I can relax.
Did you know your potential?
Yeah.
I see. You just want to be where you want to be. My brother was the same way. Like he felt like he has to like fulfill certain parts of his life at a certain age. You know. And I'm like, the more you live life, the more you realize how goofy it was for you to make plans, because it never works out like it's supposed to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, I feel like everyone goes through that unless you already got it made.
Yeah, unless you was raised with a silver spoon. Yeah. Well, I mean, truthfully, like if you're raised with a silver spoon, you don't have to really worry about that. And then, that's probably a little too personal. I don't know if I should put that out there. I could delete that though. But yeah, so like literally, I have to take care of me and my youngest brother, this is future Randy, delete this. I was talking to my mom, and I was talking to some coworkers today, and I was just like, you realize the Democrats and the Republicans, the Democrats are going to raise the taxes to 28 to 31%. Yeah.
Wow, that's dumb high.
Yes. And I'm just like, but the Republicans aren't doing that. And I was like, literally, they're trying to cut it down from 21 to, I think it was like 15.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I'm just like, we are not having this conversation. And like that whole conversation came up because of, I don't know if you guys paid attention to the Cardi B and Candace Owens thing.
Yeah, I started watching Cardi B's video, but I stopped.
You did yourself a favor. Yeah. But literally, like when she was talking to Joe Biden, she was like, "Oh, I don't want to pay as much on taxes." And he's a Democrat. He's trying to raise your taxes. Kamala Harris wants to raise the taxes to 31%, but that's not being spoken about. And like literally, Candace Owens is breaking all that stuff down in her video back to Cardi B, and I'm just like, this is all in the books, y'all. All y'all got to do is just read it. And people just don't read it. So I'm just like, come on, yo.
They just know Democrats want the black vote.
Yeah, they're willing to suck a job for that vote. They don't care.
Basically. So I'm just like, yo, I'm trying to win right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be, I know it's going to sound fucked up. I'm trying to be like my ancestors. And I'm talking about the U.S. ancestors, the ones that literally waited till all the wars was over and then came up and just devoured everything. And it was like, oh, well, you guys got to pay us all this in taxes and stuff like that. That's how I'm trying to be right now. I'm trying to be a straight up capitalist. I'll be honest with you, dead ass. So it's just like,
that's what wins.
Pretty much. It's like living in a room full of sharks. You have to evolve into a shark. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah. I've lived in a place where it was full of snakes. I had to become a snake to live with the snakes. So it's like all about the evolution. And I know that sounds fucked up, but yeah, like I know their mindset. Like honestly, it sounds dark, but I would prefer to know that mindset.
You have to.
Then
survival.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Well, I mean, it holds a lot of keys to like long-term wealth.
Exactly.
That too, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that type of like shark ass mentality. You know, it gets you somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because
$2 billion.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, you can't care who gets affected. By
unfortunately,
you know what I'm saying? Like black people just passionate. You know, some of us.
Yeah.
You know, got a heart. So.
I swear to God, our one weakness, dog. As a people, is our one weakness.
Is it?
Yeah. Because I shouldn't say we all, but a lot of us are quick to forgive. Even if it's something so fucked up, it's quick to forgive. And
oh yeah, it depends.
And I'm just like, I truthfully, I don't know if I could forgive anybody super quick. Mm-hmm. I'll be honest with you. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I could do it. Mm. So it's just like, because honestly, it's like, oh, you know what they say, eye for an eye, right?
Right. But like, what's the other saying that goes with that? Like, if we live an eye for an eye, both of us end up lying or something like that.
Yeah.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like, I was like, man, that's true. That's true.
Future Randy, take this part out. It's eye for an eye, and I'm taking probably like a leg or two as well.
I'm taking a leg too.
Randy said he ain't playing no games with you.
Nope.
Randy said.
Right, let me get all that.
I like pie too.
You like sweet potato pie?
Yeah, it's just been a minute, but yeah.
This girl drinking this water.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that.
This girl wanted water and I gave him water.
Yeah, that's all it was. It was a squirrel like, give me water.
Word?
Yeah, that's a squirrel. It's like, give me some water. He was like,
oh, that's hard. Here is what? It's been an hour and 17.
I have a question for the men in the room.
Oh,
snap.
She sanitized her hands.
It's about to go down.
At what point are we enough? I know there's a lot of things that we are, want to build in our lives, and when you look around, are we happy in the moment? But without all the grind and all the hustle, like at what point are we enough? People, the ones with the goals, with the visions, with ambition.
Honestly, I don't even know, bro. I'll be honest with you, I don't know. Like me, honestly, like I told y'all before, I until I get to this certain point that I got marked in my head, I don't think I'll ever be, you know what I'm saying, enough. You know what I'm saying, to use your terms. Yeah. And that's something I'm scared of. I'll be honest with you. Settling is something super scary, dog. Super scary. And like I've seen so many of my friends, so many of my family members, bro, just like settle. And I'm just like, that's something I don't want to do. I don't never want to do that. Like literally, as soon as you settle, it's wraps. It's over. And it's so hard to get back into a grind to be like, yo, I'm breaking out of this. I'm breaking out of this. I'm breaking out of this. It's so difficult because I've done it before. And so like settling is something I'm just like, yo.
I think it's a healthy fear.
Yeah.
Settling.
Yeah, fear, not wanting to settle.
Because you always growing.
That's the hope.
Yeah, I mean, when you stop growing, you stop learning.
That's true too.
So it's like, okay, well, what are you doing now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I understand how you just like, there's no end to like my growth. You want to be that way, but you don't want to feel like what you're doing is not enough either. You know what I'm saying? You don't ever want to like constantly feel that way. Like I can never do enough.
Well,
because nobody wants to feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I'm never doing enough. Like, damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you should always feel like even baby steps is progress. For sure. It is. You know? And just, like, take it one day at a time if you can. Shit.
I'll be honest with you. I think the first time I, like, relaxed on myself was when I purchased the house. That was, like, the first time I was like, yo. Because literally the year before I was like, yo, I'm getting a house. Next year I'm getting a house. Corona hit. Right. But you know what I'm saying? I still signed off on the papers. I got a crib now. You know what I'm saying? And that's like the first thing that's the first big domino, I should say. That's the first big domino. And you did well. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that's the one time I can honestly say I was like, yo, I did this. So that's like the one time. Hopefully it ain't the last, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the one time I can honestly be like, yeah, I did that.
That's good. See now.
Right. It's a spider in Austria.
Oh, one of them big boys. Bird spiders. Yeah.
Someone was like eating
a bird.
Like an owl or something.
I never want to see any type of.
Jesus.
If you ever see a spider that big,
I'm gone, cuz.
Eating a bird, though.
Like,
no.
That exists in real life.
Yeah.
We exist at the same time.
It's that. There's a spider as big as that circle right there. That's ridiculous.
Right now.
And I'd be like, well, time to make a phone call real quick. Hey, exterminator.
I mean, you gotta put a couple bullets through that.
Oh, I'm shutting that door. Make sure the motherfucker can't get out.
You gotta knock it out first because it might jump.
I mean, dog. What can you hit with that?
Hit it with a tranquilizer.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but look though. You got to make sure it go from the first hit.
Yeah. Because if it don't, it's got you. It's coming for you.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
got to be one hit wonder. So what if you miss?
Man, those things be karate.
Yo,
it's Spider-Man for real.
Yes,
man. They catch birds and eat them. What make you think you gonna get away?
Exactly. Shout out to Eight-Legged Freaks. That was a good movie back in the day.
Right, I love that movie. You seen Starship Troopers?
Yeah, I love that movie too.
I love that John.
1 and 2.
Man.
Third one was in.
What? They got 3 of them?
Yeah.
What?
And they got like a 4th one that was like an animated one.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. I'll have to check it out. The first one was fire. Why are you making it seem like Andre's homeless? He's not homeless.
I seen that, yeah.
I'm like, come on, bro.
Yeah, it was, what's wrong with Andre? I'm just like,
nothing wrong with him. He's living his life.
He's a free spirit.
Minding his business.
Right.
And when he dropped the album, they gonna shut the hell up.
Yeah, right. Basically.
Because he's learning. He said he was learning a whole nother instrument and diving into jazz and stuff. For his last interview.
Yeah, with the one on that I forgot what podcast that was. I know which one you're talking about though.
Was it Rick Rubin?
Rick Rubin, his podcast, yeah.
I listen to him.
Like, okay,
he be saying some good stuff.
Yeah, he be having some dope interviews.
Right,
for real, and like, he be on it. He really be on it. Dang, yeah, okay, that's a good one.
So to finish off, answer Ill's question.
Okay, so you said what?
At what point
are we enough?
Yeah.
I feel like we always enough. Mm-hmm. For real, we always enough. Where we at is enough. I just feel like people don't misunderstand where we at.
What do you mean by that? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just that they just misunderstand where we are, for real.
In this time of point.
Yeah, that's it. And like, there's no conversation because you just don't understand where I'm at right now, and that's probably why you don't feel like I'm enough. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. You just don't understand.
I get you now. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Everybody's always enough, wherever they at.
You just don't understand.
You just don't understand it. That's it. That's all it is. That's how I feel, for real.
Okay.
I don't like. Remember, I was just telling you, like I talked to bums on the street. Yeah. To find out their story, like you just don't know.
Right. Yeah.
You don't know. You think you know. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't been through everything. Yeah. So it's like everybody need to be humble. Ain't no reason for nobody to be out here thinking they got it all the answers.
Right. Yeah. Figured it out. Yeah.
Nobody got all this shit figured out because everybody don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everything ain't happened yet. So
I like that.
For real. Niggas just like, oh, you think you got all the answers? Okay. Just strip something away from your life that you have a luxury and then see how things have changed. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're like, okay. Just like this pandemic stuff. You wouldn't able to just leave your house and go where you wanted to. Things had to change, and people start error. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Start freaking out. People start shooting just because they couldn't wear a mask. I mean, like, they killed some people, man, just because of the mask. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, dude. People be on it for real. I mean, you already know what it is. Though. Yeah. You know what it is. It all ties back into what we do every day.
That's the
every day.
Being stagnant.
Man, you grow every day, man.
Right back to that though.
Mm-hmm. It come full circle.
All right, so yeah, man, we most likely will have more of these conversations for y'all, man. But right now, I want to leave this episode by saying thank you for giving me some good insight on some things. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Besides that, man, let them know what you guys are working on, because these two people right here, they got some shit coming for y'all. So make sure y'all stay tuned.
Mm-hmm. Well, what you working on? You working on some stuff right now?
Yeah.
Like right now.
She got some fire out there, y'all.
Well, I started my podcast. It's on Anchor. It's called Saluna Speaks, so check me out there. I'm on Triller. Saluna Sunshine. I post a lot of my movement research concepts on that app. You can follow me on Instagram at Saluna_visuals. Yeah, I'm doing some good things.
She doing some good things. Right. Don't let her be humble. I won't be humble for her. Man, she cold out here.
Right. Oh my gosh.
All right, dog.
What you working on? Oh, me?
Yeah.
What am I working on? I'm working on too much. Too much, man. Yeah, I mean, project after project. I'm working on some beats for my boy Daniel Allen. They working on a film. That's gonna be amazing. So many bright and brilliant minds involved in that. I got like 2 projects I'm doing. I got some visuals I'm doing. Man, I mean, it's all gonna come out through this whole fall anyway. I plan on dropping something like almost every other week. So okay. I mean, you'll definitely see it like within the next few days. Actually, for real. I found a filmer. I still tell you, yeah, I found somebody that can film. That's what's up. So yeah, we're gonna really get some stuff moving. Shade, Electric Diablo's gonna be crazy. There's gonna be like mini projects in between there. I got some people working on stuff in Philly. that's gonna be ridiculous. I mean, shoot, I'm gonna be real busy, and then we are knocking out the studio. So I mean, my hands is full. You gonna see me like every day. You gonna see me like every day. You know what I'm saying?
We gonna be working on shit, so we
gonna be busy. So yeah.
All right, man. Yeah, make sure you follow him on SoundCloud. Let him know what your SoundCloud is.
You know, you can find me all platforms. I think I'm changing my YouTube though.
Okay.
I'm in the process of changing my YouTube. I was gonna use the one that they gave me because I found out I can use it, but I don't like how they got it set up on there though. It looked funny. I had to show you what it looks like on my phone, but it looks a little funny though. But you can follow my Insta though, Kash Katana. I'm gonna start like posting something on the IGTV too more often. I've seen people using that more often. That's fire. IGTV is fire. App now. Yeah. See, I need to get on that too. So yeah, check me out on the IGTV too. I'm gonna be really using that and working with this guy right here. We're gonna be busy. We're gonna be busy.
The next 4 months is about to be crazy for all three of us.
Yeah, it's the time of harvest, man. We're gonna harvest all what we've been sowing.
2021, summertime about to be.
Yeah. I mean, this whole next year, man, blessings. Nothing but blessings this whole year.
Yeah.
Man, I could just feel it. I can feel it. I can feel that energy.
We about to be cold, bro. We about to be good out here. So, yeah, man, you guys should already know, besides Word on the Ad podcast, man, I'll be bringing back Unofficial Referees, which is a sports show. Also, be bringing back Geeks Critiques. That'll be coming back hopefully in the middle of October or in the beginning of October. One of the two. I'll be 2021. You'll be seeing the cooking show. Well, you'll be seeing.
That'll be sick.
You'll be seeing the food show. I'm not gonna give the name just yet.
Right. I don't know. Yeah, we gonna.
I'll let y'all know when the mics is off.
Right.
But
man.
Yeah, y'all be seeing that, and y'all also be seeing a Patreon pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? For all three of us.
Yes.
You know, we all three are gonna work on something, and we're gonna all
collectively.
Not just collectively, but like for each of us in general, because I want to make sure everybody is getting money. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure my whole team is
everybody gonna eat.
You know what I'm saying? So like, when you see him, when you see me, when you see her, just know one of us or all of us most likely will be behind that other person, pushing that person. Because I know that's what I'm gonna be doing. Yeah. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna always do that for my people. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. But yeah, without that being said, man, this is another episode of Word on the Ave with your host Randy Anderson and my co-host and guest. Fuck that, co-host and partners, man, Saluna, family, and my boy Kash, man.
Yeah, you already know what it is, yo.
Links in the description. Peace.